My mom's face went pale so fast I thought she was going to drop her phone. On the screen, 5 kids were screaming over each other, one crying, 2 arguing, toys crashing somewhere out of view. In the middle of all that noise, my mom stared at the photo I just sent her. A beach chair, my sunglasses, and my boarding pass with today's date stamped right across it. "What?" she whispered, barely audible over the chaos. This can't be happening. My name is Jessica. I'm 27. And this Christmas was supposed to be the first one I spent living my own life instead of holding everyone else's together. Instead, it became the moment my family realized their entire holiday plan was built on one quiet assumption: that I would cancel my plans again to babysit 5 kids while everyone else dressed up, drank wine, and pretended the magic just happened. No pay. No thanks. Just guilt. And you know we can't do it without you. But the truth is, this story didn't start with that shock gasp on the video call. It started weeks earlier, with one phone call that finally pushed me past my limit. 2 weeks before Christmas, my phone lit up with my mom's name just as I was closing my laptop after a late shift. I'd been working overtime for months, saving every extra dollar for a solo Christmas trip I'd planned since summer. A quiet rebellion, one I'd been clinging to like oxygen. I answered on the 3rd ring. "Jessica," my mom said, overly cheerful. Too cheerful. Perfect timing. "I have the most wonderful plan for Christmas, and you are going to love it." My stomach tightened. When my mom said she had a plan, it usually meant she had a plan for me. "Okay," I said carefully. "What kind of plan?" "Well," she began, her voice slipping into that casual tone she used when she didn't want pushback. "Your sister and your brother are bringing the kids this year. And honestly, they deserve a break. They work so hard." I closed my eyes. "We were thinking," she continued, "that you could watch the kids for a couple of days while we finish preparations and have some adult time. It's only 5 kids. You're so good with them." There it was. 5 kids. 2 under 3. 1 deep in a dinosaur phase. And noisy twins who treated every room like a jungle gym. "Mom," I said slowly, "I already told you I booked a trip for Christmas. Remember? The beach place I've been saving for all year." She went quiet for half a second, then laughed it off. "Oh, of course," she said. "But you can move that, right? It's not like you have a husband or kids to worry about. You're flexible. Your family needs you." Flexible. That word burned. What she really meant was that my time, my job, my life were optional compared to everyone else's. I stared at my half-packed suitcase in the corner of my apartment. Non-refundable tickets. Vacation days already approved. A break I hadn't taken in years. "I really need this rest," I said. "I've been exhausted." "You get breaks all the time," she shot back instantly. "They don't. Besides, you love the kids. Think about their faces when they see you. You wouldn't want to disappoint them, would you?" There it was, the guilt cocktail she perfected over decades. Growing up, if someone needed a last-minute babysitter, it was me. If a sibling had an emergency, my mom volunteered me before asking. If my friends made plans, I canceled because family comes first. Every time. "Mom," I said, my throat tight. "No one ever asks if I'm okay with this. It's just assumed." "Oh, don't be dramatic," she snapped, the sweetness gone. "Everyone else has real responsibilities. You're the only one without a family of your own. You should be grateful they trust you with their kids." Real responsibilities. As if my life didn't count because it didn't look like theirs. Something inside me cracked, but instead of breaking, it sharpened. "I can't promise anything," I said quietly. "I need to think." "You don't need to think," she replied briskly. "You know what the right thing is. We're all counting on you." Then she hung up. I sat there staring at my phone, heart pounding. Normally, this was where I'd start rehearsing excuses to cancel my trip. Instead, a different thought took hold. What if this year, I let them feel the chaos they always handed to me? I didn't call her back. I called my friend Martha instead. She didn't even say hello. "You have that voice," she said. "What did your family do this time?" By the time I finished telling her everything, the trip, the phone call, the 5 kids, she was quiet. "Jess," she finally said, "do you realize they do this every year?" I did. I just hated admitting it. Then my phone buzzed again. The family group chat. Right in the middle of the thread, my mom had written, Jessica already promised to take all the kids so we can focus on hosting. She's such an angel. We'd be lost without her. Promised. I stared at that word until my heartbeat slowed into something cold and steady. I hadn't promised anything. But apparently in her version of the story my consent was optional. And in that moment, something in me finally settled. Fine, I thought. You want to pretend I promised? Then this year you'll celebrate without me for real. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. If this opening hooked you, give it a like, it really helps the channel. Comment below. Have you ever been treated like the automatic helper in your family? I didn't correct the group chat. I didn't defend myself. I didn't argue. I let the lie sit there like a loaded trap. Because for the first time, I wasn't going to clean up after someone else's assumptions. Over the next few days, the messages multiplied. My sister sent a thumbs up emoji. My brother replied lifesaver raising hands. An aunt chimed in about how lucky the kids were to have me. No one asked if I was okay with it. No one asked if I was still going on my trip. They were already planning around my absence from my own life. Meanwhile, my apartment slowly filled with reminders of what I was about to give up. Sunscreen on the counter, a new paperback I'd been saving, my suitcase finally zipped and waiting by the door. Every time my phone buzzed, my stomach tightened. Mom, I told the kids you'd be there Christmas morning. Mom, they're so excited to see you. Mom, make sure you don't forget their pajamas. I stared at the screen, stunned by the certainty in her words. Not if you're coming. Not can you. Just instructions. The night before my flight, she called again. You'll need to be here early, she said briskly. Your sister's dropping the kids off at 7, and I don't want them underfoot while we finish cooking. I took a slow breath. Mom, I never agreed to this. Silence. Then laughter. Short and sharp. Oh, stop, she said. You always say that and then you show up. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Something inside me went very still. That's exactly the problem, I replied. You assume I'll show up. Her voice hardened. So you're really going to ruin Christmas over some silly trip? Silly. The word echoed in my head. Months of saving. Vacation days negotiated and approved. A break my body and mind had been begging for. Silly. Because it belonged to me. I'm not ruining anything, I said quietly. I'm choosing myself. She scoffed. Don't be selfish. There it was. The word she used whenever I stopped sacrificing. After we hung up, I sat on the edge of my bed and finally let the guilt hit me all at once. Images flashed through my mind, kids crying, relatives disappointed, my mom telling everyone I'd changed. For a moment, my hand hovered over my laptop. I could cancel the trip, lose the money, apologize, fix it, like always. Then my phone lit up again. A private message from my brother's wife. Just so you know, Mom told everyone you're covering childcare, so we booked a couple's spa day. Hope that's okay. Spa day. While I babysat. My chest tightened, not with guilt this time, but with anger so clean it felt like clarity. I typed back 2 words. It's not. Then I turned off my phone. The morning of my flight, I woke up before dawn, heart racing. For a split second, muscle memory kicked in. I reached for my phone, ready to check messages, ready to manage emotions that weren't mine. Then I stopped. I showered, got dressed, locked my apartment. At the airport, surrounded by strangers rolling suitcases and sipping coffee, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Anonymous, unneeded, free. As I waited to board, my phone buzzed despite being on silent. Missed calls, voicemails, messages stacking up fast. I didn't listen yet. I boarded the plane, buckled in, and watched the runway slide past the window. Right before takeoff, I opened the group chat. My mom had written, "Where are you? The kids are here." I typed one sentence. I never agreed to babysit. I'm on a plane. I'll talk when I'm back. Then I turned on airplane mode. As the plane lifted into the sky, I didn't feel triumph. I felt something better. Relief. But I had no idea yet just how loudly the fallout was about to hit. If this chapter is hitting close to home, give it a like, it really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. I landed to 23 voicemails. I didn't listen to them right away. The ocean air hit me the moment I stepped outside the airport. Warm, salty, real. The kind of air that reminds you your body belongs to you. I checked into the hotel, dropped my bag on the bed, and stood barefoot on the balcony, watching waves roll in like they didn't care about family group chats or guilt. For the first time in years, neither did I. It wasn't until that night, after dinner, after a long walk on the beach, that I finally opened my phone. My mom's voice came first. Sharp. Panicked. Jessica, where are you? You can't just disappear. The kids are screaming. Your sister is furious. You embarrassed me. Then my sister. What the hell is wrong with you? You promised. We had plans. My brother's message followed, quieter but heavier. You really left us hanging. Mom's overwhelmed. Not one message asked if I was okay. Not one. The next morning I woke up early and watched the sunrise from the shore, coffee warming my hands. I let the tide do its thing while something inside me finally settled. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. I typed one message to the family group chat. I never agreed to babysit. I was told, I won't be the automatic solution anymore. Please don't volunteer my time again. Then I muted the chat. The rest of the trip passed quietly. I slept. I read. I ate meals slowly instead of between obligations. I laughed with strangers who didn't expect anything from me except conversation. When I flew home, I didn't dread it. That surprised me. 2 days later, my mom asked to meet. We sat at a cafe near her house. She arrived tense, lips pressed thin, arms folded like armor. You hurt a lot of people, she said without greeting. I took a sip of my drink. No. I disappointed them. She scoffed. Same thing. It's not, I replied. Hurt implies intention. I didn't set out to hurt anyone. I set out to stop disappearing. She leaned forward. Families make sacrifices. Yes, I said calmly. Not scapegoats. That stopped her. For the first time, she didn't interrupt. I love the kids, I continued. But loving them doesn't mean I owe everyone unlimited access to my life. I'm not the default because I'm single. And I'm not canceling my plans so everyone else can relax. She stared at the table, jaw tight. So what now? She asked. Now, I said, you ask. And sometimes the answer will be no. She didn't apologize. I didn't need her to, because something had already changed. At the next family gathering, no one assumed. My sister hired a sitter. My brother left early to handle bedtime. When someone joked about me being on duty, my mom shut it down. She has her own life, she said stiffly. It wasn't warm, but it was respect. And that was enough. The real payoff came months later, when my mom texted me before another holiday. Would you be willing to watch the kids for one afternoon? If not, I understand. I smiled at the screen. One afternoon works, I replied. Thanks for asking. That was the revenge. Not anger. Not punishment. Boundaries. I didn't lose my family. I just stopped letting them lose me. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. If this story resonated with you, give it a like, it really helps the channel. Comment below. Have you ever been treated like the automatic helper?